I quit my job, and that was definitely not an easy thing to do. As I mentioned, I sought help and did some therapy coaching to other doctors to help with my headaches and sleep. I spent most of my income on trying to get up the next day just to go to work. Money aside, I feel like the most important thing was that I talked to people in the industry, my colleagues, my friends, and most importantly, my managers and leaders in my company. And I'm very seldom do I hear managers spending time to talk about these things with the employees. And it helped me give me a clear vision to kind of my career path. One thing is they were concerned about my health. So I felt like they were trying to help me by not giving me too much pressure. But me wanting to be ambitious and wanting to do more, I felt like I was constantly being disappointed and disappointing people, which is maybe true or to some extent, but definitely not how I envisioned it in my head. But worst of all, I felt like I lived this fantasy that I just needed to suffer and get through this part and learn the skills so that I could get to where I want to go. Which at that point in time, I thought, marketing manager or director, and probably in a good company like the one I was in, I thought maybe 3 to 5 years that will be enough for me to get there if I was, hardworking enough. Well, turns out that's not the case. Most companies, it's about luck and moving up a ladder. You kind of need to make sure that, well, firstly, you're good enough. And secondly, there has to be some restructuring, right? Like most of my seniors or directors or managers, they've been there for decades and they've only gotten there in the last few years of their career. So I realized that if I can't find any joy in my current role and I'm not building any skills and developing, wow, that honestly made me feel worse. So at the end of my probation of 6 months, we decided, okay, that was a good time for me before any other major changes happened for me to leave the company. And I didn't have any energy or any time spent looking for another job before I left. So I was unemployed for a while. And yes, I've found work to do now, but that was scary because I had all these plans for the future. Yeah, but turned out to be a very transformative time for me. And perhaps I would learn how to not regret that decision.